what do I feel are the main issues faced by all six campuses as a student? I'd argue that isolation and lack of community is a big one. Small classes taught over multiple campuses tends to limit peer support and linkages between the students themselves. One way of fixing that would be joint study trips, which would help create that network of support that students tend to get from larger classes. There is also the possibility of opening up course-wide discussions on Moodle or some other online system, which are course-specific rather than campus-specific. That allows folk in the same course, doesn't matter what campus they're on, to be able to talk to each other, rather than limit yourself to just the folk that are in your class, who you see every day anyway. One of the other issues we'd have would be IT issues. Moodle, Turnitin and Student Desktop all have problems at busy times, and that can be very stressful for the student. We have lectures that can be okay about it. Some lectures can be a bit fiddly about it, going as far as to say if you make sure you turn it in a couple of hours early so that if there is any problems, you're okay, and some will let you submit a couple of days later once the issue's been fixed. But it needs to be fixed, whether it's more money for better servers or whether it's a new system. It needs to be sorted out because it's not helping anyone in any space, whether it's a student or a staff member. We've also got sports and Socs lack of network. Nobody knows what there is on campus, especially when it comes to societies. Sports, you can usually take a fair guess. There's golf, rugby or archery or the outward bound sports. But when it comes to societies, nobody knows what's going on. You'll have your society that's linked to your course, but there's more to it than that. Hopefully with the network that I want to get set up, you'll have a first point of contact at the very least for all the societies and sports groups, not just on your campus but across the whole college, and that way you'll know what there is to join and also you'll know what there isn't, so if you have an idea you can start your own. My other big thing is welfare, and it's not on my manifesto. That's purely because I didn't want to boil it down to a bullet point. It's quite a big issue for me. Over the last year, NUS UK have been pushing self-care, which is a thing that affects almost everyone. Just making sure that students know that it's okay to take a break and not to drive themselves into the ground through study or worry or stress. But on top of that, you've also got support for bullying or mental health or disabilities, all just physical health, health and well-being. They all require some sort of support, and if it's not blatantly obvious where to get it from, a lot of people don't even bother looking because they're too busy dealing with their issues. So that needs to be better, making this information not so much more public but more in your face, and raising the raising the status of them within the Students Association. I think it's a big problem. I'll be doing another video about this sort of later in the week with a bit more information. For now there's a link here, or there should be, linking to NUS UK's information about it, about the self-care that is. And yeah.